Sounds like he needs some spam cheese spamtons in his chat.
Don't worry, folks. We're just getting the next race set up. And we have both runners ready, so I'll hit him with the GLHF and start the race. So, welcome everyone. This is race 2 of Destructor versus Minijons, the round 3 lower bracket matchup. Spoiler alert, Destructor took the first round, so this might be Minijons, and yes, it is a hard J. I asked her. This could be Minijons' last race in the tournament. But with that out of the way, I'm Army of One. I'm being joined by none other than the great Pikmin. How are you doing, Pick?
Doing good. I'm here to make up for the 2 races that I messed out yesterday because I had to go out. Just right on unfortunate timing.
Let's see. Got people asking for the bracket. Oh, SpeedGaming has got me covered. So,
And we are starting.
people in chat already calling for the morph start. So, in this randomizer, you can, or at least in this version, you can start with 3 items, either missiles, ball, or speed boost. What are you hoping for, Pikmin? Ooh, that was a clean second climb from Destructor. That was nice. But yeah, what are you looking for, Pikmin?
Definitely hoping for morph.
Yeah, morph does seem to make spicier seeds than, a vanilla missiles, or slightly spicier speed boost. But we see a lot of speed boost starts, so we're looking for the morph ball. Destructor being the first to make it to the data room, just a little bit better movement than Minijons. That's another. Oh no, that's the third pronunciation. It's a speed booster start. So now I'll have one more. Oh, hopefully we at least see a game 3, so I can ask her. Okay, is it Minijons, Minijins? How was it? Yeah, this is sort of like the opposite of Read Theory, who we saw run earlier. Read Theory has 4 different screen names that I'm aware of. So this
Many
is
names.
one screen name with many different pronunciations. And Destructor will be the first to attempt the speed booster entrance into the main elevator. Last time we saw both of these runners handily doing it a little slow compared to as fast as you can go, but it's very solid. Nicely done, Destructor. Minijons following right behind. And, oh, I was saying about Morph Ball. How about that Morph Ball early? And Minijons is labeled she, her, at least in race time. So, unless that has changed
Oh
recently.
wow, we're going back for that nose. Really helping me out. Wow.
Okay, so we might have a bit of a jet on our hands. So this seed is apologizing to Minijons. Yeah, you couldn't find gravity. It was a bit tricky to find, so here you go. You earned it. Destructor heading into Sector 2. We still don't have missiles, so Sector 1 is technically out of logic. Sector 2 is the way to go. Destructor using Shine Spark to speed through the cargo. No jumping required here. Fortunately, just an energy tank. Not as valuable as it would be if we didn't have gravity, but gravity makes Sector 2 not nearly as scary as Sector 2 can be without any suit upgrades. Minijons right behind, grabbing the E-Tank on the other side of the cargo. So we've got gravity. We've got speed. Ridley feels sadly out of the cards. Only 4 minutes into the seed. That's a little sad.
Yeah. I was silently hoping that this would be a Ridley seed, but then gravity happened, and I was like, well, that's quickly dead.
I mean, technically, Space Jump could be on Ridley. And it could be our jump that we need. So, come on, chat, keep the hope alive with me. Destructor speeding through Sector 2 and getting to the Sector 2 data room. What do we have here? What do we have? We have our progression. It will be...
Well, Ridley Dream is dead.
Seed, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this?
I'm breaking my own brand of cursing. This is not a Ridley seed.
So Destructor doesn't have to worry about any sort of damage runs except for Blue X in Sectors 5 and 6. But we'll be heading to Sector 3. There's a couple of items there that are open to Destructor. One of them is going to be our progression.
Well, we need basically missiles and charge and plasma, and they're pretty much good to go. And at least somewhere out of lower forward, but...
Right, so, I mean, we're seeing a lot of majors. Well, we're seeing a lot of good majors early on.
Yeah, which drastically... It drastically opens up for bad spots for all the other go mode items. There's always a chance that a good spot, a bad item can always hold the worst possible go mode item.
Pointing out that I was wrong, there is one item here. It's bombs. Minijons taking my advice, which I don't advise, and going to Sector 3. I totally forgot. Yeah, you could just run through that Garen if you have gravity. But with Space Jump and bombs and Morph Ball, Sector 4 is your oyster. There's a couple of missile lock checks, Ceres and a missile block. But other than that, this is a really juicy loop of checks to make right here. And Minijons finding Varia suit. Damage runs are out of the picture. And Destructor finding a missile tank, unfortunately being unable to use it. Minijons still looking for those bombs. And because Ridley, I mean, Ridley isn't in the cards, but that's besides the point. Ceres not in the cards right now. Minijons finding charge. This seed is quick.
Just need a few more items to technically smooth their way out of lower 4, but I doubt it's going to be under 20 minutes at this rate.
Destructor going and picking up that E-Tank, getting that health recharge, and then saying hello to the wall for a couple seconds while I assume clicking the E-Tank on his tracker. So, 3 more checks in Sector 4 for Destructor. Minijons heading out of 3. Destructor taking an early lead. Minijons will have to double back into Sector 3, more than likely. So that's just a little bit of time loss on Minijon's part. Destructor boosting in the pump control.
As means of getting
Running
out
an
there.
Yeah.
Getting out there just fine.
Minijon's finding their bombs. So our runners will be high-fiving each other. Ooh, the low height for Destructor, very nice.
Oh, and there's an item there.
Major item.
Oh
Screw
boy.
attack. So this is a way out of lower sector 4, but it's also a way to get very, very lost very, very quickly.
Yeah. We're just
Like right now, the whole station is pretty much open. Destructor could go to sector 6 if they really wanted to.
They would have to open the green doors just to get over there, though.
And never mind, they don't have diffusion missiles, so they can't freeze that power amp. Autumn, out of habit, does correctly point out, though, that you still can go to 6. You just have to start from 2.
Also, you would need main missiles because you can't get in through the back way unless you have them.
Where would you need main missiles? In sector 6?
Oh, I'm just talking about the back way. If you're going to 2 to 4, then 6.
Oh, that's good point. You do need missiles at the top of that POW amp climb. So, not quite. Not quite.
Someone asking in the chat if there was a lot of ways to soft lock. There is.
Speaking
of
of
main missiles, there it is. Now they just need plasma. Destructor just needs charge and plasma.
Yeah, this is a very fast seed, folks. Not often that we see one from go. And Destructor deciding to go into Sector 1. We actually haven't seen Sector 1 yet. It's... Oh no!
Minijon's taking a death. Ouch.
Getting the clamps from those...
Oh, and starting all the way back to the ship.
Oh, no.
That stinks. You hate to see it.
Unfortunate. Especially in a seed that's this quick.
I think Minijons was not keeping a good eye on her health and pretty much died to a crab.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's not fun, but that's actually what happened on the 4th qualification.
Oh, and aiming has been disabled.
We can go to Ridley, chat. There's nothing for us there, but we can go down to Turian.
It might be in this area. Plasma might be in this area. There's always hope. Not getting that. Ouch.
Destructor missing the door.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, I missed. But not really that much of an issue because Destructor does have gravity and space jump. Oh, Destructor hasn't opened up his green locks yet.
No. But he can technically go 2 to 4 to 6 now. Through the back way.
He can. We do know that charge is sitting right above those... was it above or below the green locks? It was real close.
It was above.
It was above?
At least I...
Some are pointing
yeah, Varia was below. Varia was below. Charge was above.
Mm-hmm. And it's true enough that we don't know if it's a jet seed at the end. Like, we could have... Okay.
Well, there's that jump.
I was talking about plasma. A major appears on screen. I've been doing nothing but cursing the hopes and dreams of everyone that wants to see a long, interesting routing seed, but...
Managing to get
Oh,
the speed boost up the shaft.
So Minijons does know where a lot of progression is. So even though that she's lost 11 minutes in real time, that's also 11 minutes of a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
Destructor finding an E-tank at the watering hole. And getting a double, very nicely done. And Destructor using those nice regular missiles. They clear out those hornodes to build up a speed charge. Almost unable to hit a stationary orb, but Solo
It's quite
Wave
stationary.
just the worst.
I couldn't see it. It was just so stationary, sitting right there. Unfortunately, getting pretty sad upon finding PB tanks.
Actually, yeah. Well, let's see. We found wave here. We found high jump here. We didn't need it, but we found it. So
It seems like it's a big bust at this point.
yeah, I mean it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. There were a couple majors. And we have the last check is Sector 1. Up the wall jump, and it's just
Sadness.
crash. And Destructor... No. You don't have green locks?
You don't have green doors unlocked, my dude. Unfortunately, can't go through back there.
And that would have been really fast if it wasn't a dead end.
So I think best play would just be skipping level 2s entirely and just heading to level 4s.
It is open to them, and it's definitely the safe play. I would say, you know that you have to go down to lower 4 to unlock your level 4 doors, which is the only coincidence of numbers in this game. But Destructor will also pick up charge on the way, so that's a very, very good sign of you're on the right direction. With charge being, stepped in some trash. Not even checking under box, which I know you want to go to red locks right now, but
Could have been plasma.
could have been plasma.
Destructor going to get his various suit pretty soon. Not needed, but will help prevent any blue eggs from harming him should he go to Sector 6.
And that'll keep the SAX from Metroiding him at the end of the game. Unlocking green doors. Will he get bogged down in Sector 3? Minijons finding her bombs again. Was there anything of note in Sector 4? I think Sector 4 was a bit of a bust, wasn't it? Minijon's heading into 4 anyway. Oh no, underneath in the speed check. That there was a major there. Destructor heading into lower 3. And the crab reminding Minijons, yeah, this is what killed you. Speaking of plasma beam, so Destructor will likely finish up the loop of Sector 3, but then find plasma real quickly. And shooting up the express elevator, going up. And going down. So the best runners are those that are still in the winner's bracket. And no, we're not getting a boiler check. That's way too far out of the way. And Destructor opting for a box run. So we'll see what is under box. It's not going to be anything needed. Minijons getting a little bit, getting a little bit frustrated, waiting for those blocks to respawn so she can unlock her own green locks. Destructor just about to find his go mode. And that's charge beam for Destructor. That is go mode. And nope. And let's see. Making sure the tracker is all set. No need to make any more checks. Destructor heading straight for the level 4 locks. Indeed, at the end of the day, this was a jet seed. With only lower 3 and mid 4 really being required. Minijons picking up her plasma beam. Although, if Minijons turns around right now, that's go mode for Minijons, but I don't think she realizes it. Destructor opening up his red locks and making his way to the SAX. Minijons unfortunately doesn't realize she's actually in go mode. Or at the very least no mode. I don't know if she picked up her charge beam or not, to be honest. I've been just watching the destruction that is Destructor. Just tear this seat up. Oh, missiles. Those are important. Now Minijons is in go mode. It's not often that missiles are the go mode item. but in seeds this fast and this condensed, yep, Minijons heading straight to charge beam, straight to level 4 locks, and straight to the end of the game. Must it feels real bad knowing that Minijons died 11 minutes in. But unfortunately, just slightly behind where she needs to be. Destructor, not stuck. Minijon's deciding to not go. Then realizing she can go. Oh, she just wants to check this one check. Extra missiles, sure. And Destructor heading up to Ops. Chat pointing out that Minijons does only have a single E-tank. So she's in go mode, but it's real tight if she decides to. Well, welcome back.
I hate the fact that I missed the majority of it because my internet went down.
Well, yeah, you caught the very end of a very fast seed. In fact, Destructor might be sub 30 on this seed. Heck, if Minijons got a good race in and a good SIX fight, which, it's only one E-tank, that's like, you just need to be perfect. Minijons, I guess she's looking for E-tanks. She's looking for health. Looking for.
I don't know which one. I don't know what Plasma Beam was.
Plasma Beam was in lower 3, right outside of the Nova Stairs. Autumn calls it the couch cushions because it's just sort of in the block in the middle of the room. Destructor only having normal missiles. This will take a little bit. I think it's 24 missiles. Minijons finding super missiles. I mean, it's there.
It's not gonna get any faster because unfortunately Destructor is already up here.
But a very, very fast speed for our runners. The Sector 1 loop, not even required in this seat. That's how quick this seat has been. And Minijons making her way to level 4 locks. Still looking for health. Destructor pretending that he has power bombs so that he could. Ooh, one missile left. Ice Core's down. And now Destructor has his work cut out for him. He has Charge Wave Plasma. Not exactly the best beam combination for an Omega fight. And I think that Destructor will just barely squeak in sub 30. I didn't notice a save. I did not notice a save, so Destructor's playing it fast and loose. Minijons still making checks, making personally bad checks. That check takes a little while and is just generally frustrating. Destructor, let's... Ooh, huh?
Nope, not gonna lied.
Yeah, that was an interesting blip right there.
If I test the extra 2 things, I would. Like, if I'm in go mode, I'd honestly risk it at this point.
Yeah, I think the lowest that I've been fighting the SAX is 3 E-tanks, and it's a bit stressful, not gonna lie. Minijon's not taking advantage of Screw Attack to get through these bomb blocks really quickly. Just a little bit of optimization that she's leaving on the table. Destructor making just the very, very nice and easy, safe flare strats. Ooh, getting bopped on the head by the Omega, but forcing it back into the corner.
Omega Metroid doing its best scout from TF2 impression and attempting to just swing away.
Bonk, no. Bonk, no. Destructor getting a couple of staggers on the SIX.
Oh,
Getting
bonking twice. Oh,
But
almost could we see a sub 30 in the next 10
Oh,
seconds?
this is getting close to sub 30! No. Just a blow. Unfortunate.
An exact...
I like the palindrome, though. I can go for
nice.
the palindrome.
Very nice. This is pretty quick. I hope someone's definitely keeping track of the timers of each racer in this tournament, because man...
Hello there.
Hello.
It's been far
Hi.
too long since we've talked. Oh,
I'm making
man.
it quick for you guys tonight, just you know, so we can get a drink or something. I don't want you all to be late.
Yeah,
Why do we
I've
have
had
three people?
a packed schedule. I really appreciate the efficiency of which you've showed. So Minijons on this seed took a death 11 minutes in, unfortunately.
Oh.
So she's in go mode right now. She took the Sector 2 exit instead of the Sector 4 Screw Attack exit. Not sure if she knows about that route out.
Sector 2 exit.
Right, underneath the POW amp climb, near the data room, you can Screw Attack out and get out near Crumble City.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Sector. But Minijon's in go mode. Only 2 E-tanks. She did find super missiles with a couple of extraneous checks. So Ice Core will be a little easier, but SIX will be a bit tough for Minijons. We'll see. Let's see. Will she save?
Oh, oh boy. This is a risk.
That's an all or nothing play.
Basically.
Well, I mean, it's already nothing.
Well, yeah, but
people.
I think she would have stayed if it wasn't already over. I would assume.
Future's not looking great. And screwed.
And that's the race. Minijons filing the DNF and forfeit.
Man. This is not a good seed for Minijons.
Quick seed.
This is not a good race at all. But
The
Minijons is
so-
finally here. GG's.
So Minijons, I have another question about the pronunciation of your name.
Sure.
Is it like a long O like John, or is it like a short O like sort of like a gin, a mini gin? I've found 3 different pronunciations for this screen name within the last 30 minutes or so.
I mean, at that point, you may as well just mix in the I and the E sound, like
Might as
my
well.
John or me Johns, but may as well just go with that. Find all the mix-ups.
Might as well.
Minijons.
There you go. It is a long O.
It is a long O. Yeah. So
Yes.
I have been saying it correctly the entire time, and then
Yeah.
chat chat, and even Destructor with the Minijons. That sounds like a good.
I mean,
That
that
sounds
sounded
correct.
nice in my head, but I never even considered Minijons for some reason.
Nobody does.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Good race from both of you. Unfortunate death to Crab in Sector 4 from Minijons at 11 minutes in.
Yeah. That
if-
was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, but it wasn't for naught because you still had, you only had to dip in to grab Screw Attack. You knew the route for the most part. Unfortunately, you could have made this a little bit tighter. I know that you did, unfortunately, die to the SIX at the end, just because you were missing a lot of the E-tanks that you had picked up otherwise. But you made a lot of extra checks looking for extra energy is what I assume you were doing when you were already in go mode after picking tools.
Yeah, so I was checking for energy, and also I think that my death kind of tripped me up a little bit because for whatever reason I was still looking for high jump as well, and it wasn't until I was like in the middle of lower sector 4 leaving, and I was like, wait a minute. No, I have space jump. I'm good. I can just go.
So Destructor did find high jump. He did the Sector 1 loop. He found wave and high jump.
Okay.
One. So that's what made the race closer because for once the Sector 1 loop wasn't required.
Right. And I think that's also why I was like in lower sector 4 thinking like surely I'm missing something because I have almost the bare minimum and I didn't even do sector 1, so I'm like surely there's something missing here, but evidently there wasn't.
Right. I also noticed you went out the sector 2 exit from lower 4 and not the Screw Attack exit from right above or I should say right below the speed entrance. Was that for any reason? I mean, you did have space. Did you just sort of not go there just because you were sort of disoriented, or is that a little bit faster? I actually haven't checked which exit is faster with Screw Attack.
I don't know which exit would be faster. I would assume the one next to the speed entrance would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, but I haven't looked into it myself.
Yeah, I just I think what happened was I think it was when I had passed that entrance is when I had realized that I had go mode. So I just kept going in a straight line and was like, well, sector 2.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, this was your last appearance in this tournament, Minijons. You put on a show, and it's been great to watch. But Destructor, you will be moving on. Who are you going up against? You're going. Oh, you have you've got your work cut out for you. Your next match is up against Flipside or Big Ohm, two other good runners. So. Good luck on the next match.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. GG to you.
Yeah, GG. It was fun. That first
do
seed
either
was,
of you have like, man, after such a long I've had a couple of long seeds today, but a 30-minute seed is few and far between.
Definitely.
Either of you have any parting comments on the seed of the tournament so far?
Hilarious that in my last series, game number 2 also finished in 31 minutes, which was my PB at the time, and was still my PB tonight. And now in another game number 2, I get another PB. Maybe tournament seeds are made to be fast for me, I guess. I'm not going to complain, that's for sure. It's such, it's especially for this one, I feel like it was very interesting in the sense that we got a lot to explore quite early on with gravity, space, and Screw Attack. Even in the first 8 minutes of the race, the game was wide open, and somehow I still ended up running into the right item. So I will call for luck because I am not, especially when the game is this open. I don't believe in the good routing knowledge. you can legit go everywhere. So I think I got mostly lucky. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I was feeling, you know what? He's got everything that he needs to go into lower 4. I would have just gone to the red locks, but you went down into sector 3 in lower 3 and found plasma there. And I'm like, well, I just lost that. I lost that coin flip. So congratulations again, Destructor. Thank you for joining Minijons. Later today, we've got C. Scotty W. hopefully on a vengeance streak for getting a infamous check. That will be 6:30 p.m. right here on Speed Gaming 5 versus Reed Theory, the man with 1,000 names. And I think that'll about do it for this episode. Thank you, Great Pikmin, for joining on comms. It's a little unfortunate that you had a little bit of technical difficulties as well on your end.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of cursed myself with this one. I was somewhat cursing to see, but I also somewhat cursed myself in the end. So maybe this next race that I'm commentating will hopefully go better.
Hopefully. Anyway, that'll be it for today. So as I mentioned, later tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, see Scotty W versus Reed Theory right here on Speed Gaming 5. Coming up later this weekend, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, is FPiz versus Lenofis, the third match, a tiebreaker in the 4th round of winners. Later at noon is Rossum versus Farron Oso, and Friday versus Risterin on Speed Gaming's 3 and 6. And later at 3 p.m., CZeke versus Dragon Fangs on Speed Gaming 3. After that, Big Ohm versus Flipside, so the winner of that will be facing Destructor here, is going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern. And in the evening, Metroid MST versus Kaede Rukawa at 6 p.m. That should also be... Kaede is a great runner. She gave... It was Friday. It was Friday. A run for his money. Very, very close finishes in those. Oh, no, that'll be on Monday. My bad. Metroid MST versus Kaede on Monday, not tomorrow. But those will be good races to watch. So with that out of the way, I think that will finish up this episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and thank you, chat, for watching. It's always a good time here on Speed Gaming. So I think we'll go ahead and sign off. And until next time, see you next mission.
Stay off the hook.